Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're on a kind of a critical mission. We're looking at all this nutritional research.
Yeah, there's so much out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we want to boil it down. Find, a practical, powerful list. 10 foods that could really change your health trajectory.
Right. We're trying to cut through the noise, forget the fad diets for a second, the complicated supplements. We're focusing on staples, foods you can actually find easily. Things that, well, the research clearly shows offer huge benefits.
Simple stuff, powerful results.
Pretty much. What you eat daily, it really dictates your energy, how sharp you feel, even like how you age biologically.
That's the core idea. So if you want that shortcut, you want to be well-informed, but don't have weeks to wade through studies. This is for you. We picked these 10 because, well, they're reliable, they're everywhere, and they are just packed with nutrients.
And this deep dive, it's all about actionable knowledge. We're not just listing foods. We want to explain how they work.
The why behind it.
Exactly. The biochemical stuff, how they actually give you more energy, a sharper mind, better immunity.
Okay.
So if you're looking to make real practical changes to your diet, like starting today, this list is your foundation.
Perfect. Let's unpack it then. Let's jump right into those foundational foods. The greens, roots, crucifers. The real architecture for good health. Okay, first up, a nutritional giant that honestly people kind of overlook because it's so common. Spinach, the super green.
Yeah, it's almost too common. People forget how good it is. It's basically like a multivitamin, but, in leaf form.
Compressed goodness.
It's incredibly efficient.
Yes.
If you look at the actual nutrients, you've got loads of vitamins A, C, and K, plus minerals like iron, and this is a big one, magnesium.
Right.
And it's not just that it has vitamins, it's what those vitamins do, the benefits they provide.
Let's maybe start with vitamin K. It doesn't always get the spotlight like vitamin C does.
Good call. Vitamin K is, well, it's essential for way more than just blood clotting, which is what most people know. It's absolutely fantastic for bone health. It plays this key role in how your body uses calcium.
How does that work exactly?
So vitamin K activates certain proteins. These proteins then help bind calcium to your bones, making sure it ends up in the bone matrix.
Where you want it.
Exactly. Instead of potentially depositing in soft tissues like your arteries, which you don't want, getting that vitamin K1 from spinach is, well, it's fundamental for building bone density, especially early on.
Okay, that makes sense. And what about magnesium? You hear so much about deficiencies these days.
Yeah, it's true. Many people don't get enough. Magnesium is involved in, I think the number is over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body.
Wow.
Yeah, it's involved in pretty much everything. Muscle function, nerve function, blood sugar control, and really importantly, energy production. ATP synthesis.
So low magnesium could mean low energy.
Directly. Even subtle deficiencies can impact energy levels, maybe even sleep quality. Getting it consistently from something simple like spinach, it's foundational. Keeps energy up, helps relax blood vessels. Good for the heart, too.
Okay, I have to bring up something I know listeners think about. Oxalic acid. You hear warnings about raw spinach blocking mineral absorption. If we want all that vitamin A and K, how do we handle that?
That's a really good question, and yeah, it's an important detail. Oxalic acid does bind to minerals like calcium and iron, especially if you eat like huge amounts of raw spinach.
Right.
But the fat-soluble vitamins A and K, they're not affected as much, and the fix is actually super simple. Just cook it lightly.
Lightly being the key word.
Definitely. A quick saute, maybe steam it for just like a minute. That breaks down a lot of the oxalic acid.
Without destroying the good stuff.
Exactly. It doesn't really degrade the heat-sensitive vitamins much, so you end up getting more of everything, basically maximizing the bioavailability.
So, not boiling it to death, just a quick wilt. Maybe with a little olive oil, like you said.
Perfect. That leverages all the benefits and gets around that minor oxalate issue. It's synergistic.
Got it. Okay, moving on. Let's tackle a vegetable that, well, people have strong feelings about it. Broccoli. The cruciferous champion.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those. Everyone knows it's healthy, but the why is fascinating. It goes way beyond just fiber and, general vitamins.
So what's the unique thing?
It's these specific compounds that contain sulfur, that's what makes broccoli, and other cruciferous veggies like kale or Brussels sprouts special.
Yeah.
But the real star in broccoli is a compound called sulforaphane. This isn't just your average antioxidant, it actually regulates how your genes are expressed.
Whoa, okay. Gene expression, how does that work? Tell us more.
Well, when sulforaphane gets released, like when you chew or chop the broccoli, it activates something called the NRF2 pathway.
NRF2?
Think of NRF2 as like the master switch for your body's own internal defense system.
Okay, a defense switch.
Right. And when NRF2 gets flipped on, it tells your body to produce more of these things called phase 2 detoxification enzymes, like glutathione S transferases.
So wait. We're not adding something to detoxify.
Right.
We're telling our body to detoxify itself better.
Precisely. That's what makes broccoli so powerful for just keeping everything running smoothly. It boosts these phase 2 enzymes, which makes your body way more efficient at neutralizing and getting rid of harmful stuff, whether that's toxins from the environment or just byproducts from your own metabolism.
Okay, that's huge.
Yeah, this powerful anti-inflammatory action, the detox support, that's where broccoli gets its reputation for potentially fighting off chronic diseases and, helping with longevity.
Suddenly eating broccoli sounds less like a chore and more like, I don't know, flicking on a biological superpower. Body maintenance.
That's a good way to put it. And this NRF2 activation, it's also really good for your heart and blood vessels. It helps cut down on chronic oxidative stress there.
Oxidative stress. That's damage from free radicals, right?
Exactly. And by stimulating NRF2, you're essentially helping your body repair that damage faster than it happens, keeping things in balance.
Okay, let's talk preparation again, like with spinach. I've heard this tip. Chop broccoli, then let it sit before you cook it. Does that actually do anything for the sulforaphane?
Oh, yeah, that's an excellent tip. It really maximizes the sulforaphane. See, the enzyme that forms sulforaphane is called myrosinase, is kept separate from the stuff it needs to work on inside the plant cell.
Okay.
Chopping or chewing mixes them together. So if you chop your broccoli and let it sit for, say, 30 or 40 minutes before you heat it, you give that enzyme time to work and create lots of sulforaphane before the heat starts to break the enzyme down.
Ah, clever. So chop first, prep other stuff, then cook lightly.
Exactly. Quick steam, stir fry. Just please don't boil into mush. You lose all the good stuff then.
Right. No mushy broccoli. Got it. Fantastic tip. Okay, next up, let's talk about a carb that has definitely earned its health halo. Sweet potatoes, loaded with fiber, vitamin A, antioxidant.
Yeah, sweet potatoes have a huge advantage over, say, regular white potatoes or refined grains. And it really comes down to their fiber. Specifically, resistant starch and soluble fiber.
And that fiber profile helps with blood sugar.
Dramatically. These types of fibers slow down how quickly the carbs turn into sugar and hit your bloodstream.
So if you're watching blood sugar or just want energy that lasts without the crash, sweet potatoes are a good choice.
Absolutely. Their glycemic index, or GI, can change a bit depending on how you cook them. Baking makes it a bit higher than boiling, for instance. But that inherent fiber means they digest much slower, much more predictably. Helps with digestive regularity, too, and prevents that awful mid-afternoon slump you get from sugary snacks.
And that bright orange color, that's a clue to another major benefit, right?
Definitely. That vibrant color comes from beta-carotene. Your body is really efficient at converting beta-carotene into active vitamin A.
And vitamin A is crucial for
so many things: immune function, reproductive health, and, critically, your vision. Beta-carotene itself is a powerful antioxidant, protecting your eyes from free radical damage. It's particularly linked to protecting against age-related macular degeneration.
Wow, and since a lot of people don't get enough vitamin A, especially from plant sources, swapping in a sweet potato for like regular fries or white bread seems like a really easy, high-impact upgrade.
It's remarkably efficient. The research suggests just one medium sweet potato can give you like several 100% of your daily vitamin A needs.
Seriously?
Yeah, depending on the size and type. So whether you bake it, mash it, or slice it up and air fry it for healthier fries. It's just a really practical and, let's be honest, tasty way to lock in those benefits.
Okay, strong start. We've covered cell health, detox, sustained energy. Let's pivot now and focus specifically on the brain. All right, moving into brain health, and we start with something small but mighty: blueberries. Tiny little things, but just bursting with antioxidants.
Yeah, their reputation as a top brain food is completely deserved. The key players here are these specific flavonoids called anthocyanins.
Anthocyanins.
Yeah.
Those are the pigments, right? The blue-purple color.
Exactly. And what makes them so special for the brain is that they can actually cross the blood-brain barrier.
Ah, okay, so they get right in there.
Right in there, which means they can use their anti-inflammatory and antioxidant powers directly on your brain's tissues, your neurons.
And inflammation in the brain is a big deal for aging.
It's huge. This chronic sort of low-level inflammation, sometimes people call it inflammaging, it's seen as a major hidden driver of age-related cognitive decline.
So the blueberries are basically acting like little protectors for our brain cells against that constant stress.
That's a great way to think of it. Neuroprotectors. And the studies on this are really compelling. They show benefits for both, like immediate brain function and long-term health.
What kind of benefits?
Well, long-term, they seem to help protect against neurodegenerative diseases. But even acutely, research shows things like improved working memory and faster processing speed after people consistently eat blueberries.
Okay, but what if someone's already taking, say, an anti-inflammatory supplement, like turmeric or fish oil? Are blueberries just doing the same thing? Is it redundant?
That's a smart question, but no, not really redundant. Supplements usually give you a big dose of one single isolated compound.
Right.
Blueberries, like most whole foods, provide this complex mix, hundreds of different compounds all working together synergistically. The way your body absorbs and uses these plant polyphenols from the whole food is often different and potentially more effective than getting one isolated thing from a pill.
Ah, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts idea.
Exactly. It's always best to try and get these compounds from the food itself if you can.
And they're easy enough to add in. Just sprinkle maybe a half cup on your oatmeal or yogurt, blend them in a smoothie.
Yep. Or just eat them fresh as a snack. It's a simple, tasty way to build up that defense system for your memory and focus.
Nice. Okay, from fruits to nuts, let's talk almonds, often called the perfect daily snack. What makes them so good for the brain?
Almonds are like a metabolic triple threat, right? You've got the healthy fats, protein, and fiber all in one little package.
Keeps you full.
Definitely. Yeah. But for the brain specifically, let's focus on vitamin E. Almonds are packed with it.
Vitamin E. I usually think skin health.
It's great for skin, true, but it's absolutely fundamental for brain health too. Vitamin E is a fat-soluble antioxidant.
Okay.
And our brain cells, their outer membranes are made of fat lipids. That makes them really vulnerable to oxidative damage, those free radicals we talked about.
Ah, so vitamin E protects the fatty parts of the brain cells.
Precisely. Almonds give you a specific form, alpha-tocopherol, that integrates right into those cell membranes. It acts like a bodyguard, protecting the cell structure and function from attack.
Actively guarding the brain cells.
Okay.
And the fat and protein combo helps keep energy levels steady.
Yes, exactly. They're rich in those heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, plus the protein and fiber. So when you snack on almonds, you get this really slow, controlled release of energy.
No sugar spike and crash.
Not at all. It stabilizes blood sugar, helps avoid that cortisol spike you get from processed snacks, and it can even help lower the bad LDL cholesterol. That steady energy is gold for staying focused when you need your brain to work hard.
But almonds are calorie dense. You mentioned a preparation warning earlier. You need to be careful not to overdo it.
Oh, absolutely. Portion control is key. A small handful, maybe 15, 20 almonds.
Right.
That's usually enough to get the benefits without going overboard on calories.
And the warning.
Critical point. They need to be raw or just lightly dry roasted. No added sugar, no weird oils, no tons of salt.
Why not?
Because all that added stuff basically cancels out the benefits. It adds inflammatory things, messes with the blood sugar stability. You want the clean fuel, not something that's basically candy in disguise.
Good advice. Raw or dry roasted only.
Got it. Okay, let's head to the ocean for our next one. Salmon. Omega-3 rich fish. This stuff is always at the top of superfood lists. Sometimes they say eat it multiple times a week. Yeah, and there's a very good reason for that ambition. It comes down entirely to these unique essential fatty acids salmon provides, specifically the long-chain omega-3s, EPA and DHA.
Essential meaning our bodies can't make them.
Well, our bodies can make tiny amounts from plant sources, like flax seeds, but the conversion process is really, really inefficient, like incredibly inefficient. We really need to get EPA and DHA directly from our diet.
Okay. EPA and DHA.
Right.
Do they do different things?
They do, and this is where it gets really interesting. DHA, that's docosahexaenoic acid, is mainly about structure.
Structure.
Yeah, it's a major building block. It's highly concentrated in the retina of your eye and even more so in the gray matter of your brain. It's fundamental for building and maintaining healthy neuron membranes, the outer layer of your brain cells. That helps signals travel properly. Think of DHA as like the brain's architect.
Okay. DHA builds the brain. What about EPA?
EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, is more the anti-inflammatory regulator. Your body turns EPA into compounds called eicosanoids, and these actively work to reduce inflammation throughout your system.
Ah, so that helps the heart.
Big time. It helps lower triglyceride levels in the blood, supports healthy blood flow, but that anti-inflammatory effect also helps with mental health, regulating mood, potentially easing symptoms of anxiety and depression.
Wow. So salmon isn't just food, it's like fundamental support for your entire nervous system.
Yeah.
And isn't there something else in good quality salmon too? The color?
Yes. Good point. That reddish-orange color comes from a pigment called astaxanthin.
Astaxanthin.
It's actually one of the most powerful natural antioxidants known. Some studies suggest it's way more potent than even vitamin E at quenching certain types of free radicals.
Seriously?
Yeah. It's fat-soluble, like the omega-3s, and it's thought to add to salmon's neuroprotective and anti-inflammatory power. It's another reason why eating the whole fish is often better than just taking fish oil capsules. You get the whole package.
Makes sense. And like the other healthy fats, cooking needs to be gentle, right?
Yeah.
Don't want to destroy those omega-3s.
Exactly right. Overcooking, especially high heat like deep frying, can really degrade those sensitive fats. Grilling, baking at a moderate heat, maybe poaching, those are your best bets.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Getting salmon in your diet a few times a week, consistently, it's genuinely one of the most impactful dietary changes you can make for long-term brain and heart health.
Powerful stuff. Okay, let's pair that amazing fat source with our next hero, avocado. The healthy fats hero. Everyone loves avocado toast, right? Praised for its monounsaturated fats.
Yep, that creamy texture comes from those monounsaturated fats, mainly oleic acid, the same kind you find in olive oil. And yes, fantastic for your heart, helps keep cholesterol levels in a good balance.
But you mentioned it does more than just provide its own fats. Let's cover the other benefits first. Potassium.
Right, avocados are loaded with potassium, and potassium is super important, especially in modern diets where sodium intake is often way too high.
They balance each other out.
Exactly. Potassium helps your kidneys get rid of excess sodium. That, in turn, helps relax the walls of your blood vessels. It's vital for maintaining healthy blood pressure, kind of like a natural counterbalance to all the salt in processed foods.
Okay, good for blood pressure.
Right.
But you said the most important thing might be how it helps us absorb other nutrients.
This, I think, is the real magic of avocado. It's the synergy point. Avocados provide the dietary fat needed to absorb fat-soluble vitamins.
Which are?
Vitamins A, D, E, and K.
Okay, wait. We just talked about vitamin A and K in spinach and vitamin E in almonds. So if you eat a big salad with spinach and carrots, maybe some almonds, but use a fat-free dressing, you're missing out.
You could be absorbing only a tiny fraction of those crucial vitamins. Fat-soluble vitamins need fat to be absorbed properly. In your gut, they need to form these little particles called micelles with dietary fat.
No fat, no micelles.
No micelles, no absorption. The vitamins just pass right through you, unused. But if you add just, say, a quarter or half an avocado to that salad, or even just a drizzle of olive oil, you create the perfect delivery system. You dramatically increase how much of that vitamin A, K, or E you actually absorb from the other foods.
That's incredibly practical. It instantly makes almost any healthy meal healthier just by adding some avocado.
Exactly. Half an avocado a day gives you healthy fats, potassium, and unlocks the potential of all the other good stuff you're eating. It's a win-win-win.
All right, final section. We're focusing now on the body's building blocks and foods that give us reliable, sustained fuel, starting with eggs, the complete protein source.
Yeah, that term complete protein is really important here. It means eggs contain all 9 of the essential amino acids.
Essential meaning?
Meaning our body can't make them itself, we have to get them from our diet. Eggs provide all 9 in good amounts, making them incredibly efficient, biologically valuable protein.
They used to be the gold standard, then they got a bad rap because of cholesterol, right? Where does the science stand now?
Oh, that's definitely shifted. Decades of research have shown pretty overwhelmingly that for most people, the cholesterol you eat in foods like eggs doesn't really move the needle much on your blood cholesterol levels.
So eggs aren't the enemy for cholesterol?
Not for the vast majority. The bigger culprits for unhealthy cholesterol are things like saturated fats, trans fats, and way too much sugar. So yeah, most people can safely eat eggs daily, assuming it's part of an overall healthy diet pattern.
That's good news. Now, beyond the protein, you mentioned another key nutrient in eggs for the brain, choline.
Yes, choline. It often gets overlooked, but it's so critical. It's needed for building cell membranes, for metabolism. But in the brain, it's a precursor to a really important neurotransmitter called acetylcholine.
Acetylcholine. Sounds familiar.
It's involved in muscle control, sure, but its big job in the brain is related to memory and learning. Getting enough choline, especially as we get older, seems vital for keeping cognitive function sharp.
And the choline is mostly in the yolk, isn't it? So those egg white-only omelets are missing out.
Totally missing out. If brain health is a goal, skipping the yolk is counterproductive. The yolk has almost all the choline, plus the vitamin D, a lot of the vitamin E, the healthy fats.
Wow.
Eating just the white gives you clean protein, sure, but you're throwing away the powerhouse of nutrients that really makes the egg so valuable. Whole egg is the way to go. Boiled, scrambled, poached, whatever.
Whole egg it is. Okay, next up, another protein-packed breakfast favorite, Greek yogurt. Probiotic and protein power. Creamy, tasty, good for the gut.
Yeah, Greek yogurt is basically concentrated yogurt. The traditional process strains out a lot of the liquid whey.
Which does what?
It leaves behind much thicker yogurt with significantly more protein, often, like double the protein of regular yogurt and fewer carbs per serving.
And that higher protein content makes you feel fuller longer.
Definitely. It creates really profound satiety. Eating that high-quality protein, especially in the morning, triggers hormones that tell your brain you're full.
So less chance of grabbing a sugary snack later?
Exactly. Helps curb appetite, prevents grazing. Plus, that protein is great for maintaining muscle mass and helping with repair after exercise.
Okay, that's the protein part. What about the other big benefit? The probiotics. The live cultures. What are they doing inside us?
So, probiotics are the good bacteria that live in your gut, your microbiome. Having a healthy, diverse microbiome is turning out to be central to, well, almost everything. Digestion, mood, and especially immunity.
How does gut health connect to immunity?
A huge portion of your body's immune system tissue is actually located in your gut lining. That lining absorbs nutrients, but it's also a major barrier protecting you from pathogens. So the probiotics in Greek yogurt help support the health and diversity of those gut microbes. They reinforce that barrier, help with digestion, and by doing that, they directly contribute to a stronger immune response.
Direct immune support from yogurt. Cool. But there's a catch with Greek yogurt, isn't there? The flavored kinds.
Oh, absolutely. Huge catch. You have to choose plain Greek yogurt. The second you get those fruit on the bottom or vanilla-flavored tubs, you're often getting a massive dose of added sugar, sometimes as much as a candy bar. That completely negates the health benefits and actually works against what you're trying to achieve.
So always plain. Then add your own stuff.
Always plain. Add your own fresh fruit, maybe those blueberries we talked about, a sprinkle of nuts, maybe a tiny drizzle of honey if you need sweetness. That way you control the sugar. Makes it a fantastic, versatile base for snacks or breakfast.
Dense protein, gut support.
Got it.
Okay, last one on our list, number 10. Another breakfast staple, oats. The heart-healthy breakfast. You wanted to focus on the soluble fiber.
Yes. Oats are special because they're incredibly rich in a specific type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan.
Beta-glucan.
That's the stuff that really makes oats almost like a therapeutic food, particularly for heart health.
Okay, explain that. How does oatmeal actually lower cholesterol? What's the mechanism?
It's pretty neat, actually. When beta-glucan hits your digestive tract and mixes with water, it forms this thick, viscous gel.
Like when oatmeal gets thick.
Exactly like that. Now, this gel does something important. It traps cholesterol-rich bile acids in your gut.
Bile acids. The liver makes those.
Right. The liver makes them from cholesterol to help digest fats. Normally, your body reabsorbs and recycles most of these bile acids.
But the oat gel stops that.
It traps them. The gel binds onto the bile acids, preventing them from being reabsorbed, so they get excreted instead.
Okay. So what happens then?
Well, your liver realizes it's short on bile acids. So to make more, it has to pull cholesterol out of your bloodstream, specifically LDL cholesterol, the bad kind.
So eating oats forces your liver to clean up cholesterol from your blood.
Precisely. By blocking the recycling of bile acids, beta-glucan effectively lowers your LDL cholesterol levels. It's a natural, elegant way to help keep your heart and arteries healthier.
That's amazing. A simple bowl of oatmeal doing that. And this fiber also helps with sustained energy, like the sweet potatoes.
Yes, same principle. Because of that thick gel formation, it slows down how quickly your stomach empties. And it slows down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream over a much longer time.
No spike, just steady fuel.
Exactly. You get prolonged, stable energy, none of that rapid blood sugar rise and fall you get from, say, sugary cereal. That stability is fantastic for keeping your brain sharp all morning and for supporting good metabolic health long term.
So whether it's classic hot oatmeal, maybe topped with almonds and blueberries, or making overnight oats for a quick morning grab, getting like half a cup of oats in most days seems like a really solid move.
It's consistency again. You're basically guaranteeing some cholesterol management, sustained energy, and gut support, all from one really simple, adaptable food. Hashtag tag outro.
Wow. Okay. So that's our deep dive. 10 truly transformative foods. From the cellular detox power of broccoli and spinach to the brain protection from blueberries and almonds, those crucial fats in salmon and avocado.
The building blocks in eggs and yogurt.
Right. And the steady energy from oats and sweet potatoes.
And what really stands out when you look at that list? Spinach, broccoli, sweet potatoes, blueberries, almonds, salmon, avocado, eggs, Greek yogurt, oats, is just how, well, normal they are.
Accessible.
Totally accessible. These aren't weird, expensive superfoods you have to special order. They're staples. They just deserve to be front and center in your daily routine.
Which brings us to the big takeaway, the final point for you listening. Real health transformation.
Yeah.
It doesn't come from some extreme temporary diet.
No, it's all about consistency, sustained effort over time.
That's the real metric.
Yeah, the goal isn't perfection. Forget perfect. Just aim for consistent. Pick one or two of these foods that seem easy for you to add in. Maybe start with breakfast.
Build a habit.
Build that habit, make it automatic, then maybe add another one. The cumulative effect, the reward of consistently eating these nutrient-packed foods, it will be noticeable. More energy, better focus, just feeling healthier overall.
Focus on adding things in, not just cutting things out. Addition, not restriction.
Couldn't have said it better. Start small, stick with it. Let these amazing natural foods do the heavy lifting for your long-term wellness. It really works.
Okay, before we wrap up, let's leave you with that provocative thought. We touched on synergy with the avocado, right, Sam?
How foods work together.
Exactly. We've given you a list of 10 powerful foods, great checklist. But the next level, the really transformative step, it's moving beyond just the list and thinking about smart pairings.
Right, thinking about the mechanisms. We know you need healthy fats to absorb those fat-soluble vitamins, so actively pair them. Think about having your lightly cooked spinach full of vitamins A and K alongside some salmon with its omega-3s, or add avocado slices to that spinach salad.
Okay, amplifying the benefit.
Or think about breakfast. Combine the slow-release energy and beta-glucan from oats with the complete protein and brain-boosting choline from a whole egg. That's a powerhouse combo for stable energy and focus all morning.
So the challenge is, look at this list. Think about how 2 or 3 of these foods could work together in your next meal to create something even more powerful than the individual parts.
That exploration, finding those smart pairings, that's where you can really take control and maximize the benefits for your daily health. It's the next step.
That's something to think about.
Definitely. Until next time, keep exploring those combinations and keep nourishing yourself well.